The clip I'm about to play for you is Donald Trump's press secretary being asked why Donald Trump is pushing back against renaming the military bases in the South that were named after Confederate generals, naming them something differently. And her answer is really troubling and deeply frustrating because it's so extreme. So let's take a look and hear what Kayleigh McEnany has to say.
The first question I have is two questions. The first is, on Monday, the president went after stripping racist names on buildings. On Tuesday, he went after a rule to combat racial segregation. And then today, he said that he described the words Black Lives Matter as a symbol of hate. Why is he digging in on race in this way?
So first, I mean, if you're saying that the fact that he does not want to rename our bases, if you're considering that racist, then apparently 56% of America is as well, because 56% of America is against changing the name of U.S. military bases. He believes that our young men and women who left these bases overseas, many of whom lost their lives, and the last thing they saw was being on one of these military bases, that they should not be told that the base that they trained in, the last place they saw on American soil, was a racist institution. And that's a proposition the vast majority of America agrees with.
Like Kayleigh does with most questions that Donald Trump is on the wrong side of history on, she has to come up with something that tries to confuse or twist the truth, so that the audience is left thinking, oh, well, you know, it must be that reporter or the media who's in the wrong here. And so what she does is she first comes up with a statistic, a poll, that 56% of people in the United States are not in favor of changing the military bases' names if they're named after Confederate soldiers or generals. Where that number comes from, you have no idea. She doesn't source any poll. She just pulls a number out of her hat. The troubling part of her answer, of course, is using soldiers to justify keeping the names of Confederate generals on our military bases, right? So she would have you think that those soldiers who left those military bases, if they were dying overseas, then would they want to think that their military base was named after a racist Confederate general? Are they going to be thinking about the name of their military base when they're dying? No. And the fact that the Trump administration thinks that they know what dying soldiers are thinking, the Bone Spurs president is using that. Like, you got to be really careful there, Kayleigh, especially after the week that we've had, where Donald Trump was told that Russia had bounties on our soldiers' heads and didn't do anything about it. Like, you're walking on very thin ice here. And that's just with our white soldiers, right? Because that's what Kayleigh was talking about here. If our white soldiers go over, do they want to be told that the white generals of the Confederacy were racist? Okay, Kayleigh, what about our black soldiers? Is it fair for them to go over and die? And they don't have to be told that the base was named after a racist Confederate general. They know. They know this. So is it that unfair for people to say, hey, you know, would it be so crazy of a compromise for you guys if we took the Confederate generals' names off the military bases? Is that your starting position? No, we're going to keep the Confederacy alive? Kayleigh, that war was lost a long time ago. Okay? So next time you try to play games like this, next time you try to pose questions, like, think a little harder, girl. Think about the America that represents everyone, no matter your color, your creed. I know it's hard for you guys, all you white people in the Trump administration. I know it's hard, but you got to try. You got to try, because November's coming. Winter's coming. and you're going to be left looking for a job on Fox News, and we'll be watching you, and we'll be calling you out if you try to come up with more bogus excuses like this and bogus arguments. Try harder, guys. Try harder.